Hey everyone, Abhi here, and I feel like your desk setup is a straight representation of who you are as a person because that's the space where you work or spend a lot of time at. So making the space truly yours is really important, and having it in a good shape can make you more productive. I love my space and I'm sure a lot of you do as well. Before we get started with the video, let me know in the comments what's that one thing in your desk setup that is a real essential for you. With that said, let's see what are some accessories that you really need to step up your game. Alright, so all the products I mentioned in this video are my choices and you can get alternatives to these, but this is mainly giving you an idea of what can be really helpful, and yeah, links to everything in the description box down below. The most important thing, I repeat, the most important thing in a desk setup, I would say, is lighting, and it can change your whole mood depending on how you make it your own. So for that, I have 3 products in mind. First of all is this monitor light, and trust me, while I scroll through TikTok or my reels, this was literally in every single setup, and I was like, what's the hype all about? So just to check that, I got this generic one for about 30 bucks, and holy hell, this is an amazing investment. And now I get why everyone has this. It basically just snaps on top of your monitor with magnets and gives your whole desk a good amount of light, which also helps in reducing eye strain. You can change the color temperature and the brightness of the light, and also this exact one also has RGB on the back for the glow on your wall. If that's something that you would like, working in the dark with this is just so much freaking better. If you only have to get one thing from this entire video, trust me, get this. Doesn't matter which brand, but get this. Not only this improves the looks of your setup, but is also a really good light. With the lighting theme going on, the next product is basically any sort of lamp. The one I have here is from IKEA. I don't remember the exact name, but it should be on the screen. Also, I'm pairing it up with this Edison bulb because I love how they look, and the warm tone gives me really cozy vibes and makes the space look more welcoming. There's a similar lamp on Amazon which I was eyeing for because it also has a dimmer switch, but that costs $50, whereas this is close to $25, I suppose. There's nothing much to talk about this, but having a lamp elevates the space very well, and I personally prefer warmer colors, but if you want, you can throw in an RGB bulb and make it look all fancy. And talking about RGB, I also have a Govee RGB strip on the back of the desk, which I use occasionally, but that too on just a warm color. But this smart strip can be controlled through your phone or any of your smart assistants. You can also customize specific areas of the strip to have different colors, and that is all up to you how you want it to look like. So you can have multiple combinations or scenes set up according to what you feel your mood is. If you still don't want to get that monitor light though, here's the second essential requirement is to get a monitor arm, because it not only saves a ton of space on your desk. For example, in my case, this LG monitor had a huge stand and it took so much space on my desk that I didn't have enough room for my keyboard, and I hated it. Even though the stand was good, but it took so much space that I didn't really want it anymore. This arm I got from Amazon cost me about 50 bucks, and not only it gives me a ton of space, but I also have way more options to have my monitor in any orientation I want. It also has a compartment for cable management, so it is technically making your setup look cleaner. There is a lot of adjustments you can do to have it the way you want, so a pretty solid recommendation if you want to step up your desk space. Next up is to have a clock, either something like this, which is a straight up digital clock, or you can have your Google Home or Alexa showcasing it. It is really nice to just look at the time to see how good you're doing on your project. I know you can look at your taskbar and do the same thing, but I prefer having an actual clock which gives me more a sense of time and doesn't hurt the fact that it looks good doing it. Depending on which one you choose, it can also have other features. As I mentioned before getting this, I had the Google Home on my desk and I used it for music and other things as well. Having your phone charger right next to where you work is like a necessity, and having a wireless one is just a cherry on top. So whenever you sit to work or play, you can just throw your phone on it, and if you have an iPhone, that also converts it into a clock. So circling back to my last recommendation, the one I have is just a regular Apple MagSafe charger, but you can also get something like a proper dock, which is a little fancier, but that generally charges your AirPods and your watch as well if you have those. Having some sort of greenery also makes the space feel more alive, and it just looks really calming and inviting. Doesn't matter if it's like a fake plant or a real one, but having something green in your setup will make you feel much better with your overall space. I also want to add a few more plants here because it always complements your space, but for now I just have these two small fake ones from IKEA. And talking about IKEA, I know the next thing isn't technically a desk accessory, but it's not far from it. So please get a pegboard. It is so much better to have a lot of stuff taken away from your desk, and you can decorate it any way or form you like. It also has a lot of attachments which you can buy and showcase the things that you like and make the space feel your own. For example, I have a lot of random cables in these containers, and my PS5 controllers, headphones, everything is on here, which makes my desk look cleaner and gives me more breathing space. You can also have some small artwork here or just have some memories hanging on. Whatever you feel like is your bet, just go along with it. It is all about how you want your space to be and how you want to make it true to yourself and something where you feel the best. And that is what desk setups are all about. That's pretty much it for this video. I hope you all found something that maybe you can add to your desk setup. And once again, links to everything are in the description box down below. Let me know which is your favorite and what is the one thing that you really need in your setup. I'll see you all in the next one. Till then, take care and peace out.